In this lesson, we will go a bit further with Metasploit. We are going to discuss how to use Metasploit, how to search for exploit, auxiliaries, post exploitation, payloads, and so on. The first time, what we are going to do is to type search -h. And here we have information regarding Metasploit. If we scroll down a little bit, here you can find the options. For example, the -h to look for help, -I, and here you have the description of what these options do here. But the most important thing here, those keywords here. Those are the keywords we can use to search for exploits, payloads, and so on. For example, if you have a look this option here, CVE, we can see a CVE from the result found by OpenVAS. We can see here, for example, let's go to CVEs. Let's click here. We have here this CVE, for example. Let's use this CVE here, and this is the number assigned to this specific vulnerability, and this is the year that this vulnerability was discovered. Let's try to search for it. Let's go back to our terminal, and we have many options here. We have CVE, we have rank. I will explain you in few minutes what is rank. This is very important. We will use this, okay? We have as well the platform. If we are looking for exploit, for example, for a specific platform, for Linux, Windows, or iOS, and so on. And we have here the option type to specify the module, the type of the module we are looking for. If we are looking for exploit, payload, auxiliary, encoder, and so on. And here we have the supported search columns. Those are the options we can use. Let's do an example right now. For example, we just saw here this CVE here with this number. We can try to search for it. To do that, we can do search, we can type search, and then we need to specify, for example, here the CVE and the year CVE, and we need to specify the year. Let me check again the year. Let's search for it right now without this information here. Let's hit enter. Okay, some error. Oh, okay, this is wrong. We need to type here search the right way. CVE 1999. Enter. Here, as you can see, we have too many options here for CVAs that was discovered in 1999. We did not specify the number of the vulnerability, the CVE number. We just specify the CVE here. And here we have some auxiliaries, we have some exploits as well, and we don't have payload here. But if you want to look for a specific CVE and a specific exploit, for example, you want to exploit, you can do something like this. Search CVE, and also we want to specify the type. As I explained to you, auxiliaries just help us to connect to a target system, okay, but doesn't allow us to exploit vulnerabilities. To do that, we need to use exploits. So we can specify here, we can type and exploit. We are searching for a CVE discovered in 1999, and also we are searching for exploits because we specified the type here, and hit enter. As you can see, it filtered only the exploits. This is how you search for exploits. So I told you that I will explain you. It's very important to look when we are searching for exploits, specific exploits to exploit vulnerability. You need to make sure you look to this column here, the ranking. Why that? Let me explain you. We have here normal, we have good, and we have excellent. And also we have manual, and we have average. Let me explain you about normal. This ranking means the probability we have to exploit the vulnerability, and for example, we don't get, for example, access denied while we are connecting. So if we have a ranking, normal ranking, means that there are possibility that after we exploit this vulnerability, we get access denied, and our connection with the target can be blocked, and we lose the connection with the client or the server. But when we have good, the chances to do that are reduced. So we have the probability is higher when we have good, and when we have excellent, the probability is better. The probability is better. It means that the probability to have access denied is very limited. So every time you look for exploits, make sure you choose good ahead. Okay, ranking with this description here, good or excellent. We have another thing we can do here. From, as you can see, from this we can search for exploits to exploit these vulnerabilities right here. Also, we can try, for example, I showed you how to access a SSH, and with default passwords we can search here for exploits. For example, let's say here SSH, and we can type the type exploit. So with this command, I want to look for exploits for SSH, and let's hit enter. Here we go. You see, we have only exploits for SSH. So I will show you in coming lessons how to use these options here. We need to do some configuration to change some options in order to exploit vulnerabilities using those exploits right here. For example, if you want to search for exploits for specific software, let's say you want exploits for Internet Explorer, for example. Let's type here Internet Explorer. You will see that we will find here exploits and auxiliaries to exploit Internet Explorer, as you can see here, Internet Explorer. So after you perform the scan with OpenVAS, it will show you, for example, can show you applications here. You have this application, Postgre, Apache, and so on, depends on the target system. And after that, and you have here the applications, and after that you can go to Metasploit and search for exploits for that specific application you just discovered. For example, if you see here this Postgre here, we have the severity 9, so you can search for this. Let's go again to Metasploit and search. Let's type here Postgre SQL, and let's hit enter. We have some auxiliaries, exploits, and also we have some post exploits. All right, this one is good. We see here the ranking, excellent. We have here the filter, the description here, Postgre for Microsoft Windows payload execution, and so on. This is how we use the search to find exploits. And the most important thing is, when you search for exploits, always try to choose the the best rank here, excellent or good. See you in next lesson. We will go deep in next lesson, because here you can search for everything you want. VLC, for example, you can search for exploits for VLC. Just type search here, and VLC, and type, I just want exploits only. You can filter by exploits only. See you in next lesson. We will go deep, and I will show you how to use those exploits, how to use those auxiliaries modules in Metasploit.